Hey Tigers, welcome to episode 15 of TSC Talks here on Tiger Sports Central. My name is Jack Slayton and I'm joined by...
I'm back! What was that stuff you was talking?
I didn't say anything.
Nah, my name is Jayvyn Montgomery though.
I'm Torian Daniels.
And I'm Ethan Murphy.
Thank you guys so much for once again joining us for another episode of TSC Talks. In today's episode, we are going to go over what happened this past weekend of football and give you a recap of Bardstown's football season. So on our last episode, we did talk about Bardstown's unfortunate playoff loss in the first round to Central. Bardstown lost 18-29, and it ended the Bardstown Tigers season. Now, Jayvyn, You, of course, played in that game, and you've played for the Tigers this whole season. This is your last year as a Tiger. Talk to us about just how your season went, how that game went, and yeah.
At the beginning of the season, we started with a big W, a big rivalry game versus the Eton Panthers. We thought we was going to have a good season because after we won that game, our hopes was high. Then we had another big rivalry, week 4, against the Nelson County Cardinals. That was a really big game as well. They thought that they was going to come and beat us, but we didn't happen. Then our first road game of the season, we played Owensboro Catholic. That was a big test for us. We ended up short on that one. And then week 6, I think we got the dub. Week 7, I think we got the dub as well. But week 7, 8, and 9, we came off. We won one out of the 2 games. That was like, then we had to question ourselves. And really, when we played Gary County in the overtime game, in that close game, that really determined our season right there. And it came up short in 3 in overtime, so that really had the questions of our season. Then we played Lakes Cave, as you know, Coach Clark, them. They walked in our trap, took over our trap. Then week 10, we had a big win over another rivalry, as you could say, against Washington County, a big victory. But then going into the playoffs, we knew we was playing that team ever since Garrett County, we lost Garrett County, we knew we was going to play Central. So we was fully prepared, but we just let them get the jump on us. And you can't have, when the playoffs time, you can't let teams get a jump on you, so you have to. Then after that, it was just a turning point down.
Yeah, absolutely. Jayvyn, what was your favorite moment of the season? Maybe a play you made, maybe a big win?
Definitely running for 50 yards on my first carry against E-Town, for sure.
Yeah. Big moment right there. Well, as Jayvyn said, it was a great season for Bardstown with an overall record of 7-4. Unfortunately, they didn't go as far in the playoffs as we all hoped. But Bardstown's, they're going to bounce back next year, and hopefully some group of us, or not us, but some group will be here next year to talk to you guys about Bardstown's next football season. Now, we will be covering Bardstown basketball once it starts. So a couple weeks from now, we'll start covering Bardstown basketball, so stay tuned for that. Now moving on to college football. The first game we want to talk about is BYU losing 7-29 to Texas Tech. How'd you guys feel?
I thought it was a good game. I think we all said Texas Tech was going to win that though, because it was at Texas Tech. So I just thought they were going to come out with the win. I didn't know they were going to win by that much, but I didn't expect them to win that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of underestimated Texas Tech. I thought that BYU was the clear better team, and I still think in some ways they are. I just think that home field advantage for Texas Tech did them wonders, and they probably will be, if they keep the progression going, they probably will be the playoff representative for the Big 12. But, BYU, I still think that there's a chance these two might rematch in AT&T Stadium come December. So, far from over. And how unpredictable this conference is, I mean, you really don't know who's going to come out. So it's going to be an interesting race.
Yeah, I talked about how I didn't really believe in either of these teams. BYU, they didn't show up too well, but Texas Tech, they kind of proved me wrong there. They blew out BYU. It'll be interesting to see what Texas Tech does in the playoffs. And is BYU, are they on pace to make the playoffs, or is it not looking good?
After this loss, I don't think it's looking good. I don't think the playoff committee loves the SEC and the Big Ten. So every other conference kind of has to do a lot.
Yeah, they got to win out and win their conference pretty much to get in.
Yeah, it's harder, but it's not impossible.
There you go. Moving on, Oregon surviving Iowa 18-16.
Yeah, I mean, this happens to Oregon every year. I'm pretty sure they get good. they look good, and then they play some team that they're expected to win. I know Iowa is good, but everybody expected them to win that, and they barely win. I don't really see them going far in the playoffs. I mean, they definitely could. They have the team too. They got the coach too, but the last few years, it just hasn't really happened for them.
Yeah, this was like the textbook Iowa game. I mean, good defense, abysmal offense. I mean, there were parts in this game where they just couldn't pick up a first down, and it was a big deal when there was a big play. That's how defensive-minded this game was. But, I mean, I expected this. This is what Iowa does best. I mean, this is like every week for them. So, they fell to a good team in Oregon. I'm not very confident on Oregon. I think that, they got significantly worse than they were last year, and we saw what they did last year. So, I mean, they'll probably make the postseason because I don't think their schedule gets much harder than this. But, they'll definitely make it, but I'm very concerned about what they'll do in the postseason.
Yeah, if they continue playing like this, I don't think there's much hope for them once they actually make the playoffs. Then, last but not least, Texas A&M defeating Missouri 38-17.
I was honestly surprised. I thought this was going to be the game that Texas A&M shows who they truly are. But, I mean, if they keep this up, they'll probably go far in the playoffs, and because they got a good team, they got a good quarterback, but usually Texas A&M falls to like some small team that they should beat, but they're playing good this year.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, A&M usually does at this point in the year fall to teams they shouldn't, but they took care of business in a fairly boring game. I mean, I didn't hear anything about this game at all. I still don't understand why Missouri was ranked. I think I might have said that in the last episode, but yeah, they're definitely not ranked now. But A&M might actually this might actually be the year they do something. I still don't know how I feel about them in the SEC championship if they do make it. I just feel that there are better teams in this conference, more convincing teams in this conference. So, that's another edition of a championship game that's going to be very interesting.
Absolutely. So an interesting slate there of 3 games. What other college football games are on your guys' minds, things that stood out to you from the weekend?
I think we're all in agreement. I mean, that Louisville-Cal game, I'll start with my evaluation. I think that, Louisville's still a good team. I don't think that they are going to automatically fall off a cliff. Is their schedule hard? Yes, they got Clemson, and they got to go to SMU, and then back at UK, at home for UK. But, I mean, this is a gut punch. This is going to definitely lower morale a little bit. But, I mean, you saw what they did against Virginia. They were in practically the same situation, losing in overtime at home. So maybe they do it again, and they just keep it rolling and end the season 10-2, excuse me. But, it's a very hard road because the ACC is everywhere. I mean, you lose another game, you're practically out of it. That's the risk you take with being in this conference. But, they're far from out of it. But, if they do lose again, there's definitely room for some speculation and worry.
They need the ACC championship to make the playoffs at this point, I feel like. Because 2 losses, especially, as you said, they favor the SEC and Big Ten. So if you're out of that, you really need, especially with 2 losses, you need a championship to go to the playoffs.
Yep.
And Miller Moss is terrible.
Yeah, he did not look great. Jayvyn, you're the biggest Louisville fan here. How'd you feel? Disgusting, yeah, that sums it up. One other game I wanted to talk about was Indiana's just big comeback there against Penn State.
That catch.
Yeah,
that catch was crazy.
Goodness.
That catch was crazy, and that drive as a whole was crazy.
That call was even crazier.
Mendoza in trouble! It's out! Touchdown! Wow! A miracle play!
That made Gus Johnson was going crazy.
That catch, oh man.
Yeah, Ethan, play the clip.
I got you.
All right, thanks, Ethan.
I also think that this shows that Indiana might not go as far as we think in the playoffs. I know it was at Penn State and it was tough, but Penn State's not a very good football team this year. So they could still go far, but I'll see them losing second round.
I think that drive, just seeing that last drive from Indiana, kind of solidified Fernando Mendoza as the first overall pick. That looks like something, at least to me, I watch more of an NFL, I watch more NFL than I do college football, but that looked like something to me that would really stand out to scouts and things, just being able to put together a game-winning drive, throwing some crazy passes, and putting the game together for a win. Moving on to NFL football. First up, the Ravens defeating the Vikings 27-19.
I mean, I said if Lamar wins this out and they win the AFC North, he should be MVP, and Ravens are going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs.
I respect that.
I mean, just that game was fairly one-sided. I mean, Minnesota almost came back there at the end, but
9 almost had it.
I know that alter ego almost came out completely. But Minnesota's so inconsistent. I mean, it was like this when JJ had his first and second start against Chicago and then Atlanta. It's just kind of that inconsistency is not going to get you anywhere. But we kind of discussed this yesterday off camera about how Minnesota's probably just going to do what they did 2 seasons ago, 7-10, 8-9, just kind of fall away from everyone's vision. But it was a disappointing loss at home. But I mean, Baltimore, they're on a roll, and I think they'll continue that because I don't think their schedule gets much harder. I'll have to take a look at it, but I think that they just ran into a really good team, and Baltimore's going to be a team to watch out for.
Absolutely. You guys summed it up great. Now moving on to the Patriots defeating the Buccaneers 28-23.
I mean, I think if I'm a Buccaneers fan, which we have some here, I really wouldn't look at this as too bad of a loss. I mean, they have a lot of injuries. Drake May looks like MVP. Patriots look like a really, really good team right now. Could go to the Super Bowl potentially, so it's not really a bad loss if I'm a Buccaneers fan.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the whole game. It was frustrating defensively, but I mean, at this point, just the whole game takeaways. It bums me out that I know that every hard team we faced on this schedule we have lost to. Maybe besides Seattle, we've just not lived up to the expectation of being a Super Bowl contender, which I never said they were. But I just think that the way this team is right now, we're not built to compete. I think the ceiling is maybe a divisional round appearance. And I hate saying it. I hate to be the negative fan, but watching that performance against Drake May, who I think could very well be a finalist for the MVP, I just felt that, this team didn't stack up against a very winnable defense. I mean, the defense as a whole is good, but player-wise, it's not that great. So I think that it's just disappointing. But, we have a 2-game stretch that's brutal, probably be 6-5, go 2 Buffalo and then 2 LA Rams. Yeah, it's not going to be a good month. But, after that, it should be a little bit of a bounce back if everything goes well.
Yeah, it happens. I think the Buccaneers definitely still are in the playoff race. I mean, they are. There's nothing that's going to take them out of it unless Carolina, they're pretty inconsistent, but they are close to that division. It's surprisingly a little competitive race there between Tampa and Carolina, but I think as we go further down the stretch, Tampa will solidify itself away from Carolina. Then the last game, Torin, you can just introduce this one.
Yeah, it was a great game last night. I don't know if you guys watched it because I don't think anybody did, honestly. Packers came in there. Jack said, quote unquote, Jack yesterday, if we win this game, it's going to be a blowout in the start. Eagles will come back, but we'll still win. That did not happen. Jayvyn, I don't know if you saw it. You probably didn't because the game was terrible. But,
I turned it off, man.
Packers fell behind the Bears in the division, which, I mean, you haven't heard since, 1980-something? Yeah, they're falling down. 3rd in the division. Lions are number 1, so it's looking great. We got the Eagles next week. We should show the Packers how to beat the Eagles, hopefully. So that's really my thought on that.
Yeah, just kind of building off what you said. I had to catch that Laker game last night, so I didn't get to watch that. But, this was just boring from the beginning. Neither team looked good. I mean, the Eagles didn't look good. Both quarterbacks made some very bad decisions, some decisions I think they all wish they could have back, especially Jordan Love, but, I'm just going to leave that there. But, I think that Green Bay, I'm not too worried about this. I still think that they'll make the playoffs. I think they're still a good enough team to make it. I don't see Chicago making the playoffs. That's a whole different subject.
Yeah, they got an easy schedule so far.
I know, but it's the Bears.
Yeah, that's true.
Green Bay, I think that this is definitely going to be a loss you take a lot away from, but, this one stings, especially going down in the standings that bad.
Yeah. Sorry, I know I went on a little long rant there. Moving on. Sorry, that was a lot. I had to get a lot of things off my chest. Being a Packers fan is very difficult, not knowing who your quarterback is year to year. And
Yeah,
it's
that
sad.
would suck.
That was sarcasm, by the way. But
Really?
yeah. I didn't know if you knew, Ethan.
I
But
didn't.
there is a big game tonight, huge game tonight in the college basketball world, where the Louisville Cardinals will take on the Kentucky Wildcats.
Yes,
Both
sir.
teams are ranked. I
Top
think
12.
Top 12. There you go.
It's a top 12
Yep.
matchup.
Top 12. Big matchup.
Kentucky is
tonight.
9, I think, and Louisville's 12. I'm pretty sure. At Louisville, at the Center. Go
Cards by
Cards.
10. Cards by 10.
I got Cards winning that one. Mikael Brown Jr.
Bam, he
I mean,
going for
I see
50.
25 from him
Yeah,
tonight.
I really believe like 30
I see
piece. 30
25, probably like 7 assists, 3 boards. It's going to be a great atmosphere. I'm going to be there. Go Cards.
piece. Mr. Gordon. He's hating back there. Look, he hating.
Dang, he's not even looking at you.
Yeah.
Who y'all got?
I'll go. I think Louisville's going to win it. I think that how excited these Louisville fans are for this game is it's that environment's going to be unmatched. I think that UK, it's kind of every year where they're ranked. I think that they feel that this is no different. That's kind of always been their argument that it's just Louisville, but I don't think it's just Louisville anymore. That it's a genuine rivalry now.
They got
again.
their city around them now. They actually
I know,
have
it's-
fans.
And what they did last year and how they did it, surprised a lot of people. And I think that they're going to pick up right where they left off. And I think that UK is going to be thoroughly outmatched for 4 quarters.
Yeah, so this is something that might be a little controversial, considering that we are in Kentucky and there's more Kentucky fans than Louisville fans. Kentucky Wildcats fans remind me exactly of Dallas Cowboys fans. If you watch the NFL,
Even some Packer fans too, though. Like,
Yeah. Packers fans, really, they just,
they're delusional.
they take a
not
win
really.
and run with
Delusional.
it.
but
They're
Packers
delusional.
fans take a win and they run with it.
all right, well, Dallas Cowboys fans, they're probably like you can hate on me and you can hate on the Packers fans. Can we all agree that Dallas Cowboys fans are worse than Packers fans?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
I can agree with you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
I
All right.
can
Well,
agree with you.
majority rules. Yep. So, Kentucky Wildcats fans, they are the same thing as the Dallas Cowboys fans. They're just identical. Like it's the same thing every year. It's like we're the
delusional
best.
for
Exactly.
like, delusional for no reason.
This is our year. Yeah. This is it.
I
Yeah.
feel that, actually. I
Yeah.
see that comparison, definitely. I do
Exactly.
see that
Yeah.
comparison.
Yeah. In fact, I think I even know a Kentucky Wildcats fan who happens to be a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Isaiah Smith,
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah.
He's delusional, too.
Yeah, he's delusional.
Here you go. So I really want Louisville to win this one just because I think it would be hilarious to see all the Kentucky fans,
Sit down, Grayson.
to see all the Kentucky fans react to a Louisville win.
You know why I really want Louisville to win?
Why?
Gus O'Daniel. I don't want to see him post a thing on his Instagram story.
Jasper
on
Johnson,
anything.
he just came
Yeah,
up
he
short.
just-
He couldn't shoot.
Yeah, he's gonna post a full paragraph summary about the game. I'm just praying that Louisville wins. I just really want it to be a good game because I'm a Michigan fan.
If Mikael
Blue.
Brown Jr., if you see this, I have money on the game, so please win for me.
Hey.
Go big, and I'll take you out to eat, my brother.
And he
To
is 18.
McDonald's.
He can bet on sports.
McDonald's.
Nah, we're gonna go to. You feel? You just make
Ruth,
sure you see
Chris,
this.
he
Yeah.
big. You know he got that NIL money
Yeah,
too.
your limit is 500, baby boy.
All right. Well, big game tonight. I think it's at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Yep. Huge game for Kentucky and Louisville, both of the teams. It's a big rivalry. But yeah. So thank you guys so much, as always, for joining us here for another episode of TSC Talks. This was episode 15, and we look forward to seeing you later this week for episode 16. See y'all later.